Welcome back. I'm Kathy from Catalyst Fitness and Nutrition. In my last video, I talked about how the scale is useful for weight loss, and today I want to show you exactly how to use it and some little tips and tricks that I have for measuring. So there's a couple different ways that you can measure, and there's the in method and then there's the out method. So what I usually do for like my yogurt, I'll have some yogurt and berries in the morning, and what I usually do is I just first weigh the container. Actually, I zero it out. I zero it out and then I set it to the values that I want. So this is 3/4 of a cup. By the time you use a measuring cup and then you have to get everything out of it, that's why I prefer to use something like this instead, measuring instead. So 3/4 of a cup is actually 170 grams. So I'm going to measure 170 grams. So this is easy. You can just add. So this is the adding method. And I know it's usually about 3 big scoops. So we all set for the morning. All right, so once we get everything up there, not to be too loud there. All right, so 170 grams, perfect. All right, so from there I'm gonna add some berries, really berries you can eyeball. So I know like 50 grams is like a half a serving of berries, 100 grams is a good amount. So I'll go halfway between there, but I don't always measure the berries. So you can just eyeball that, but that is the in method. Now the out method I would do for cream cheese, right? So it's kind of difficult like to add on the cream cheese and then weigh the item. It's easier to weigh it as it's coming out. So again, take the container. Now 1 serving of cream cheese is, I should have looked at this before, 30 grams. So get your container on, you want to zero out the scale, and then I'm just going to measure out 30 grams. And I usually put this on my morning bagel. And so it's not really a lot, 30 grams. So that's 16 grams, and sometimes I just do half a serving. So this would be half a serving, but you just use as much as you want, and maybe you don't want the whole serving. This is 25 grams, and so I use the little mini bagels. This would be a little bit too much for that mini bagel. So this is just an easier way to control the calories. I don't actually have a bagel to put this on right now, so I'm gonna put it right back in the container. So that is the out method. This is, whoops, wrong lid. This is also great for measuring cooking oils and wine. I know, who measures wine, right? Well, this girl does. So I lost 20 pounds using this method and just being accurate with my calories. That was literally all that I did. So knowledge is power. So weigh the glass, or zero it out. I keep saying to weigh that, but, and then, so the scales come in different measurements. There's milliliters, there's grams, and there's ounces, and then there's pounds. So I'm gonna use fluid ounces. This is a Josh Cab, which I love. So a serving of wine is 5 ounces. I'm going to measure out the 5 ounces. And it's a little sad how big, or I should say how little, 5 ounces of wine is. So that is 5 ounces of wine. But this keeps me to my goals. And then once you're aware of what you're having, you can make the decision for yourself. Usually I would pour that a little bit more, so that would be more calories, but 5 ounces of wine. Now for cooking oils or any kind of oil or dressing, those ones you kind of want to be careful of. And on the next video, I'm going to show you the things that are really important to measure. This is just the method that I use. So for dressings for a salad, I will measure how much actually goes onto the salad, ranch dressing, anything like that. Zero out your scale, and I'm going to measure it in grams. And then, and a little trick for you, rather than putting your salad on a big plate, that's going to want you to go like this. If you have it in a smaller surface, you're going to use less oil. So there's a little tip from me. So I am just going to put on the oil, and then you measure that 6 grams. So now you know that. So the next thing that you could do, so you have like you heat up your frying pan. You're not going to measure the hot frying pan. So what I like to do is the out method. So you're going to measure what comes out. So I am going to measure this bottle first. I know this is not tequila. This was an idea that I got from Martha Stewart years ago. Put your dish soap and your cooking oils in this, and then you can just buy these tops. But that's probably another video. So let's zero that out. Again, I'm going to use grams. You could use milliliters as well. And then I'm just going to put whatever I would normally use for cooking oil. And this is one of those things that can get you in trouble. So that was 8 grams. Now, if you're cooking for your family, then you're just gonna divide that up what you actually had. But it's just a more accurate way to control the calories that you have coming in, you know? So the next video, I really wanna talk about what are the most important things to measure. You wouldn't want to weigh out your lettuce or anything, but there are some key things to measure, and that's coming up in the next video. Thanks for watching.